Hello and welcome to my video on Introduction to Statistics. My name is Muhammad Haziq bin Ahmad Fauzi and I am a first year student in the UM in the course of Biomedical Engineering. Okay, now, what is statistics? Statistics is a branch of mechanics that is concerned with the analysis of loads such as forces and moments acting on a physical system, usually made up of rigid bodies, that does not experience any acceleration. Now, in order for us to understand further about mechanics and specifically statistics, we have to look into Newton's first law of motion. An object in motion stays in motion at constant velocity, and an object at rest stays at rest unless an external force acts upon it. Now, in this case, I have written a summation of forces equals to 0 when acceleration equals to 0. In this case, since we are talking about statics, velocity also equals to 0 in most cases. Now, I will show you an example of statics in everyday life. I go to the gym and lift weights as my hobby. Let's see how we can apply statics into this hobby of mine. First, I will show you a video of me performing a lift called an overhead military press. Okay, now as you can see here on the right side, I have drawn a little diagram of me from the front side of performing the lift. Here is a stickman version of me. Now as you can see, I'm going to apply statics into the forces acting on the barbell. As you can see here, I've drawn one diagram, and here is another as over here. I'm talking about this one right now. Okay, so there is a force acting on using my right hand, and there's a force acting with my left hand, as you can see here. The force I apply on the barbell is perpendicular to the bar, and the center of mass or weight of the bar is right in the middle. Now, assuming that my hands have the same distance here and here to the center of mass or center of weight, we shall say that the moments cancel each other. So that is negligible. In this case, we are not going to look at that. We will not look at that. So here, I have drawn a free body diagram of the forces acting on the barbell. So here I've drawn a point which I will represents the center of weight of the barbell, which is acting down. And then there's also an opposite force acting on the barbell upwards, which is the two forces on my hand are just right here, the F lah. So since we know that the first law of motion is an object that does not experience acceleration is the resultant force is equal to 0. So I wrote it down here, resultant force equals to 0, and here I've written force of my hands minus the weight, because it is equal to each other. So force of my hands equals to the weight. I've written it down and broken it out to its components, which is force 1, which is my left hand or right hand, and F2, which is the other hand. And since weight is equal to mg, I've written down as mg. Citations. For the definition of statics, I've cited Wikipedia, and that's all. Thank you for listening to watching my video on statics. Thank you.